recording this one, fractions review. We need to be able to add and subtract fractions. And what do you need to have to be able to add or subtract fractions?
A common denominator.
Thank you. You need a common denominator, and you only add or subtract the
Top. Denominator.
You add or subtract the numerators. So, example, I did say you're either listening to me or writing this down but not doing the other worksheets. 3/5 plus 1/5. Do I have a common denominator?
Yes.
I suggest that you rewrite it. 3 plus 1 on the top. Do I add the bottom? Just put 5, so this is 4/5. Check if you can simplify or if you need to rewrite a mixed number, but you can't.
What
Yeah?
happens if you simplify? If you like get the answer, but it can be simplified and you don't.
Then you'll lose a little bit of marks, but I'll see that you had the skill. The people talking, yeah?
Can you show us how there's like a negative one as well?
Sure. So, guys, please don't talk. Um, 2/7 minus negative 6/10. Do I have a common denominator? What do I need to do? I'd do two things. I'd see that I've got minus a negative, and so that would be plus, so I deal with my negative numbers as well. 7 and 10. What's the first number that you can think of that they both go into? 70. Sometimes you're just going to need to do these two times together to get the best number. So 2/7, how do I get 7 to be 70?
Times by 10.
So what do I have to do at the top as well?
Times that by 10.
Times by 10 on the top and bottom. And that's going to be
70.
Now I shouldn't have an equals there, because see I'm doing them separately. If you're doing them separately, don't do the equals. And 6/10 is going to be, how do I get 10 to be 70? So it's times by 7 on 7. So that's going to be
42/70.
And then I rewrite my sum. So 2/7 was 20/70. Oh, remember, you can put it over the whole thing. Let's make a really big 70. Plus 42 is 62/70. Can I simplify?
Yes.
What could I divide them both by?
2.
2. 62 divided by 2 is?
31.
31/35, and that's as far as we can go. So when you're adding and subtracting fractions, and you're going to get a common denominator and add or subtract the top. Yeah?
If the negative's on the left. Same thing?
You always just treat it with it's got a negative numbers involved. So if I had -1/2 minus 2/3, when you rewrite it, let's make them both over 3 so it's easy. So I've got people talking. When you rewrite it, just put the negatives on the top. -1 minus 2, and you know how to do -1 minus another 2. That is -3 on 3, which is, oh gosh, what's 3 divided by 3?
1.
So -1. So you treat your positives and negatives the same as you would normally on the top of the fraction. Multiplying fractions.
You have to have a common denominator.
Do we need a common denominator to multiply? No. It will make it much harder. Instead, what do you do to the top of the fractions?
Times them together.
Multiply the tops. No swapping. Multiply the numerators. What do you do to the denominators?
Multiply.
Multiply them
By.
each other. And what do you always do at the end of a fraction question if you can?
Simplify.
So, an example. 3/4 times 1/3. Now I did teach you can simplify first if you want, but simplifying at the end will work. I suggest rewriting top times the top, 3 times 1, over the bottom times the bottom, 4 times 3. 3 times 1 is 3, 4 times 3 is 12. Can I simplify?
Yes.
Divide by 3 on the top and bottom, I've got 1/4. So multiplying fractions, the working helps you get the right answer. Use that. And the last one, dividing fractions, this has a little trick. When I'm dividing a fraction, what's my trick?
Switch the last two.
Change it to multiply and flip the second one.
There we go. Change the second fraction, or the one that you're dividing by, so you flip it. And what's the other thing you change?
Divide to times.
Divide to times, and then multiply as normal. If you were going to simplify first, you must do your flips first. You can't simplify first. So, 3/7 divided by 1/3. 3/7 times 3/1. Well, that's easy. 3 times 3/7 times 1 is 9/7. Do I leave it like that? 1 and 2/7. So, we're done.